Ah, the French champagne.
So yeah, I don't know. Whereas, and I agree, Sean, the incorporation of like, I forgot that Chubbs, which is a
Love
great
that name for a character. Yeah.
This is so great.
Yeah.
I thought he was in more of the movie. I forgot
Yeah,
that
me too.
he disappears for like an hour in the middle. That I forgot that Adam Sandler's like, I don't need you. And he goes off and he does a bunch of stuff on his own and then comes back later and then does a bit and then he dies.
and then is killed by his own surprise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which and Dodgeball also follows the same formula, at least with the mentor role, right? Where
Right.
he gets hit by a car, I think, in his Rip Torn's character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So like that, all those characters are better. And I have other notes about like his caddy, like the caddies in general are pretty funny in this movie.
Yeah.
Like it's good. It's just better structured. And for a movie that's like 90 minutes, it's tight.
Yep.
It's a
Gets
tight
it all
little
in there.
structure. There's not much like extra fat in this movie.
No. A little
Or-
repetitive in the end. Probably the final match could have been tightened up by at least like one hole. But
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, totally. He had to go through his own arc in that
Yeah.
last tournament where he was failing and then he came back, which is good. Like that's
Yeah.
drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I did kind of want a little more of a turning point than just his grandma showing up and being like, I want you to be happy.
I love you.
Yeah.
The conceit of the happy place is kind of funny.
Yeah, it was good. A little offensive for today's tastes, but I understand it from a 1996 perspective.
Yeah. 10-year-old me loved that.
Yeah, of course.
This is going to be probably very un-PC of me, but what is offensive about the happy place, with the exception of the little person on the
Yeah,
unicycle?
I mean, that's the most obvious thing.
Another connection to Pixels also.
Yep. Yeah, true.
Correct. And like
See, I
the
have a
fact that
theory.
like it's like his happy place is like when the woman he likes is like sexualized a whole bunch. But I get like that's what
But that's just
yeah.
but people
That's
like
happy.
sexual things.
People like
Like, that's
sex.
yeah,
also
people like
true.
sex
So
and beer. See,
That's-
this is so I have a
you heard
theory.
it here first, folks.
theory that Pixels is that Adam Sandler's character in Pixels is actually Happy Gilmore just 20 years
Hey,
in the future.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
Because he does
Because-
talk about the arcade, right?
He does talk about the asteroids machine that's waiting for him in the fucking golf house.
I would have respected them a lot if they just like dropped that it was the sequel to Happy Gilmore.
Pixels. This the sequel you didn't know you wanted.
Like they never say his name. He's always just like the arcader, or it's like, oh, he's here. Like repair guy's here. And then finally, and that like it's saying, it's like, so what's your name? Oh, I'm Happy. People would be like,
And then he like wins the big bad final match with a fucking slap shot of a wheelbarrow or something. Or
Yeah, there we go.
my
Adam.
nostalgia brain would eat that movie.
yeah.
Of course. I'm sure
know?
that's Ready Player One. A lot of that in there, I'm sure.
Right.
Just get Happy Gilmore in there.
Yeah, I don't care about Ready Player One. I'm not saying nostalgia. I'm saying I would appreciate that level of like dumb nostalgia where it's like, yeah, this is the sequel to Happy Gilmore Pixels. Any other story notes that we want to hit or anything like that?
I feel like there is stuff that could be said about Josh Gad's conspiracy theorist character, but I don't really know what I want to say about it. Besides, I loved him in this movie.
It's kind of weird that he's a conspiracy theorist from childhood.
Yeah. I'd forgotten
Yeah.
about his child character completely, and when they were like, I remember, you're my friend, man, I was like, wait, who? Wait, the kid who was like jerking off to the arcade machine?
Yeah, that
That
one.
kid? Oh, okay.
See, I didn't forget that kid because I could say this somewhere, but I'll say it here. That kid I remembered in particular because he had a wig on,
He
the
was
black
you.
curly
Oh.
wig, to look like Josh Gad, and you could see the kid's blonde hair sticking out from underneath it just by his temple, and it's like really clear.
See?
But I guess the kid was probably itching his wig, and that was also the best take that they got, and they were like, whatever.
Yeah, and it was another moment of good enough.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Move on. Then Dan Aykroyd's there for some reason for one scene.
Yeah, being himself, talking about like looking directly into the camera, being like, "For the aliens are coming." And I was like, fuck you, Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
You nut.
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd. Yeah. And the way they wrote all the scenes in England, which were all just like send ups of, aren't English people funny sounding? Don't they have accents? Ugh.
And I also didn't like their depiction of the Taj Mahal, which didn't have any people around it. That's
Right,
bullshit.
yeah.
That's not a thing.
You know what was a really interesting story in Pixels? The credits. When they animated the entire movie in 8-bit animation.
Yo,
and
that
I
was
was
cool.
like, this is cool.
Can't tell if you're being sarcastic. I'm pretty
No,
sure
I
you
liked
are.
it. No,
Really?
I'm not. I thought it was legitimately a better storytelling device than the previous 102 minutes had been.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, Sean,
Shut up.
even if you're saying that you liked it, but like in a grumpy tone still. So I actually
yeah,
like,
because this movie
I,
made me grumpy.
look, I loved it.
I
okay?
loved it.
I thought it
Okay,
was great.
I loved it as much as Happy Gilmore loves Subway sandwiches.
A lot.
Yeah, I did love that. What I thought was wholly unnecessary in Pixels was the like kind of post-credit 3-second scene where they show that Josh Gad has fucked
Yeah.
the video game and now given
Yeah,
birth
what
to
the fuck?
little
Now
mini.
give birth
What,
to the what are they called?
what are the names of them?
Oh,
I want to say like jumbos, but it wasn't that.
Yeah,
It was-
No, the
forget.
not nerds. What are the? Dang, there's a name for it.
yeah, that thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, a part of the movie I will likely forget ever existed.
Oh yeah, and as you should. It's really weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
and the
everything about
animation-
that was weird to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, but like the whole idea of like she comes, like that alien comes down as a pixelated, but then not at all pixelated, actually real human girl character,
Yeah,
and then immediately turns on her entire race to fight for the humans,
Obviously.
and then later that character is thrown away, but then they turn the little orange character into her as a trophy that can also reproduce.
I guess. Yeah,
yeah, I think it works if you think of her mainly as a trophy.
yeah.
Right.
You're thinking of her
Right.
as a person. She's an object
Yeah.
that he won.
He won her after seducing her through no effort.
Yeah, and Peter Dinklage won a 3-way
Yeah,
with was it Serena?
That was-
Williams.
That made me
Martha
smile.
Stewart.
That
And
was
Martha
that was
Stewart.
pretty fun.
Did it?
It's
Seeing
pretty
Martha
small.
Stewart
Yeah.
come on to fuck Peter Dinklage, like that's pretty great.
Holding a panini. That's
Yeah.
That's
I'll
what other
take-
movie has that?
I'll take the
That
panini.
is great writing right
And
there.
Serena
I'll take
Williams
the
is
panini.
in her tennis gear.
Yeah. That was a nice touch.
It's super stupid. It's super fucked and like reinforces
Yeah.
women as trophies. But I'll laugh at it. I'm not
Yeah.
laughing with it.
They're all trophies, aren't they? All the women in this film are trophies because even his main love interest is a trophy he wins by being super good at video games.
Yeah. As he does the pew pews, she's like looking onwardly like,
Yeah, I'm in love now.
yeah.
He also drives like a stunt car racer.
Yeah.
Stunt
that's pretty
car
hot.
Yeah.
driver racer. That was
Yeah.
pretty,
Out
got
of
a little
nowhere.
warning
Through
for
the
that sailor.
streets of downtown Toronto.
We needed
and a
scene,
parkade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Backwards. We needed
Yeah.
a scene where he played one of those like old arcade racing games.
Yeah, like
And,
the
like,
old
he-
Formula One, like
Yeah,
where you're driving up the
sit.
yeah.
Yeah, where you sit in the thing and you drive it. We needed like a version of where he did that to establish that he got
Yep.
even sick virtual driving skills. Otherwise, it just came out of nowhere. It was
Yeah. Did either of you watch the short film I put in our chat?
I did without volume because I was lying in bed.
Yeah, there's no
the morning
dialogue or
before
anything,
it's-
but it is literally just like the attack on New York is just that 2-minute scene.
Oh, no
so
way.
like a lot of the images, like the brick breaker game with the Taj Mahal is out of that, and Donkey Kong
And the-
throwing stuff
the
down from the top of the Empire
Tetris
State
one
Building.
too.
Yeah, yeah. So a lot of those visual references are directly from the short film.
And
cool.
who wrote the short film?
His name is like Jean-Pierre something. It's like a team of like 12 people. They did the whole
Right.
thing. Yeah,
So is it then that like Adam Sandler bought the rights to
I'd imagine
Pixels?
so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, or like
Or-
just the producing company.
yeah. Happy Madison did.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, let's jump on because I have other thoughts about these movies that actually pertain more to the
Yeah.
other things that I want to get to. So let's say
Great.
end of round.
End of round. I'm gonna go really quickly refill my drink, but you take over this round for now.
Okay, great. I will.
We can't do it
so
without
it's-
you, Sean.
Yeah. This is a three-way
okay.
podcast. You're
That's
our
fine.
Martha Stewart.
Who does that make me? Serena Williams. Serena Williams. Serena Williams. Please be Serena Williams.
You're the Peter Dinklage.
Damn it!
It's pretty good.
That is pretty good. I would love to be.
But
Peter
like, if
Dinklage.
I'm going to make the choice, I want to be Serena. So let's move into our second round, which is looks good. The citizen game of the week is